In a time of great struggle and resistance, there emerged a voice that echoed through the corridors of history, challenging the status quo and inspiring a generation to fight for justice. Prepare to be inspired as we journey through the words of one of the most influential figures of the 20th century. Welcome to Voices of Revolution, the wisdom of Malcolm X. Let's go. 1. There is no better than adversity. Every defeat, every heartbreak, every loss contains its own seed, its own lesson on how to improve your performance next time. Here Malcolm encourages us to embrace adversity as a catalyst for growth and improvement. He reminds us that even in our darkest moments, there is potential for learning and transformation, ultimately guiding us toward greater success and resilience in the face of future challenges. 2. In all our deeds, the proper value and respect for time determine success or failure. This quote asserts that our attitude and approach towards time management directly impacts the outcomes of our endeavors. Success or failure isn't solely determined by external factors, but also by how effectively we manage our time. Proper time management increases the likelihood of achieving our goals, while poor time management can lead to missed opportunities, delays, and ultimately, failure. 3. A race of people is like an individual man, until it uses its own talent, takes pride in its own history, expresses its own culture, affirms its own selfhood, it can never fulfill itself. In essence, Malcolm is reminding us as a race of people to embrace and celebrate our identity, history, culture, and self-worth in order to achieve fulfillment and self-actualization. We as a community realize our full potential and collective purpose only by recognizing and nurturing our talents and heritage. Let us utilize the inherent abilities, skills, and potential within the community. Honor and take pride in our historical roots and heritage. Express and celebrate our cultural traditions, values, art, language, and customs. Affirm our own selfhood, thereby asserting our right to exist and thrive on our own terms as a community. 4. If you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing. These words offer insight into the power dynamics of media and the manipulation of public perception. They serve as a cautionary reminder about the potential biases and agendas present in media representation, thus urging us to critically analyze the information we consume and be mindful of how media narratives can shape perceptions of social issues and influence attitudes towards marginalized communities and their oppressors. By remaining vigilant and seeking alternative sources of information, we can resist manipulation and strive for a more nuanced understanding of complex societal issues. 5. A wise man can play the part of a clown, but a clown can't play the part of a wise man. This quote points out the distinction between wisdom and superficiality. It suggests that wisdom is not something that can be easily imitated or adopted by someone lacking in genuine understanding or intelligence. While a wise person can exhibit lightheartedness or humor when appropriate, a clown cannot authentically convey the depth and insight associated with wisdom. 6. They cripple the bird's wing and then condemn it for not flying as fast as they. Malcolm uses metaphor to convey the idea that certain systems intentionally impose limitations or barriers on others, and then criticize or blame the affected individuals or groups for their inability to perform at the expected level. It's akin to setting someone up for failure, and then blaming them for not succeeding despite the obstacles placed in their path. The quote is a powerful critique of systemic oppression and victim blaming. It prompts reflection on the ways in which power dynamics can perpetuate cycles of inequality and unfair treatment. 7. Speaking like this doesn't mean that we're anti-white, but it does mean we're anti-exploitation, we're anti-degradation, we're anti-oppression. Last but not least, Malcolm clarifies that advocating against exploitation, degradation, and oppression does not equate to being against individuals solely based on their race. He acknowledges that individuals of any race can be allies in the fight against injustice and oppression. The focus is to challenge structures and practices that harm and marginalize individuals or communities, regardless of the race of those perpetuating them. In a world filled with inequality and oppression, Malcolm X's words remind us that change is possible, but it requires courage, determination, and unity. They urge us to strive for a society where every individual is treated with dignity and respect, regardless of race, religion, or background. Thank you for joining us, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more inspiring videos. Until next time, stay inspired.